Pecha Kucha 204, Monday Funday. So like I said last week, I spent all Monday doing a full working day shift of doing nothing but the Smiley Show for between 7 and 8 hours. To conclude at the start, it went quite well. I got a lot done, and I'll have to do more of it in the future. So I have 5 pages that I was hoping to finish so I can move on to the next batch of 5 pages. This was, I think, page 2. I just tightened up some stuff on this and then spent most of the day finishing 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, this is page 3. So page 4, it was mostly just cleaning up the colouring. I hadn't quite finished putting in the flat layers, and then it's things like, where colours intersect, making sure the background isn't visible. I hate this kind of stuff, but this is about having professional standards. There's no point in me colouring it if I'm going to intentionally do it badly. I'm not intentionally doing it badly, so I have to make sure it's not bad. And my internet memes joke, this is the thing, I forgot what I had and what I hadn't done, so I hadn't actually fully rendered all of the meme ideas. So in the bottom right hand corner there's still the Tim and Eric explosions meme to render up. But just going to Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's, all I did was just change the lighting on his eyes so it looks like his eyes are generating light. It's such a simple thing. You just add a bit of white airbrush. I don't know how I screwed it up the first time, but it was a simple fix. I like simple fixes. I toyed with the idea of giving Sonic the meme eyes. I don't know if it's distinctly linked to a Hokuto no Ken meme or if it's transcended that. It probably has. It was a lot of fun just trying to figure out how I would... I mean, I think it's literally a Photoshop effect, but I didn't go into Photoshop. And then I kind of started trying to paint in some way, shape or form. Is he Tim or is he Eric? I think he's Eric from Tim and Eric. Yeah, I should fact check, but that's not going to happen because it's 2020. No one does that shit anymore. So I was just trying to give him his little corner, and in the end I did. So then I moved on to the final page of my 5 pages, which I hadn't coloured at all. And that gave me the luxury of deciding to try and simplify my colouring process, because one of the reasons I keep stopping and starting is because I make this... By simplifying it, I make it too complicated. So I had to complicate it to simplify it. So instead of breaking down all the colours onto separate layers so it's easier to edit, I coloured all of the flats on one layer so it's easier to look at and read from the layers list. What it meant is I had to slow down and make sure that as I was doing it, I was filling in all the little gaps in between colours. So I just focused completely on Bison because he's only in the first panel. Then I started on Smiley. The best thing to do when you're colouring is to use the smallest number of colours you can. So all of the grey, dark grey, is the same colour. Vegeta's hair, Smiley's arms, Smiley's chair. And then I was trying to figure out what I want to do with the background. So the top right and the middle panel have different coloured buildings. I think the middle panel's the way to go, where I used like desaturated colours so the buildings have a little bit more personality. I might create some kind of master image that I just drop into all future panels. I haven't got a clear vision on that yet because it's the background. Who cares, right? I also did manage to use a time-saving technique in Manga Studio where I used the special action ruler thing. It lets me draw action lines with minimal effort. So both the black lines and the coloured lines use the same template to force me to just draw everything in a straight line. I picked the colour palette of Bison's background. I was trying to kind of have a little go of aping the super special combo finish thing from Street Fighter Alpha. When you finish with a special move, the background gets all super colourful. It didn't really work, but it really was a passing whim. I'm quite happy to leave it not working, and then I just came in with Smiley at the bottom and just gave him a little bit of an airbrush background. Backgrounds, you should have them regularly enough so people know where the action's taking place, but good God, not in every panel. Not unless you're just copying and pasting, and sometimes that's not the best way to go about these things. So I got my 5 done, my first 5 pages of Smiley Show, and the idea is every 6th page, or every page after the 5, there's an advert. So I kind of already started. I made this kind of fake Mickey do Elvis Darth Vader thing a while ago. So what I did is I went back to it. This is this is me kind of using the base, and then I'm just like tightening up everything. I'm gonna add the blacks, try and get a nice little bit of highlighting going on. I completely redid Vader's eyes, resized his head. His helmet, when you start looking at Darth Vader, he's either cooler than you thought or he's not as cool as you thought. So this is just me graying in the stuff I left white the last time I did this. I also redid the Mickey Do Elvis DVD. I did very much enjoy drawing Mickey Mouse as Fat Elvis. I need to do more of that. And then I actually went to 1001 fonts and got a Star Wars font to use for the Buy Now background, but it only the whole extended letter thing that you kind of identify the font for, it only works with certain letters, so it didn't really add anything to my image when I added it. So on the left is where I was at the start, and on the right is where I was when I uploaded this to Tumblr. Finished. I changed the joke as well. I had a lot of fun with this. This was a great way to end a working day. I was kind of neutral doing the smiley show, but I had a big old grin on my face while I was doing this because I got to make jokes. The smiley show's already been scripted. I'm just cleaning it up. So Sad Clown of the Week, I'm playing Deus Ex on my PC. It's a very, very old game, arguably the best game ever made, if you can get it to work. The jury is out on if I've got it to work. It's so awkward. That kind of defines my experience with the game. Still got one of the best plots, more relevant now than it's ever been, about corporations and how they mess up the world and how we let them, because liberty and freedom has to be fought for. It's not just given to you, it can only be taken away, and all we seem to be doing is losing it in drips and drabs, either to security by way of terrorism, or what's the world going to be like after COVID-19, right? So I don't know that I'm going to continue on with the game because it's such a pain in the ass to actually get to work. But I'm intending to do something full-time tomorrow, Monday. Not quite sure what, but we will see. So that brings us to the end of Pecha Kucha 204, and I will see you next time.